What's up and welcome back, treyreactstoo families. I'm bringing y'all a special video today where I'm discussing about the boxing news because lately in the grapevine, boxing stuff has been happening, as well as fights that just previously happened last week and also future fights. But before I get started, family, please don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications bell so you never miss another upload of hearing my voice and seeing my face. But I'm about to get straight into it with these topics. Okay, so the 7 topics that I want to talk about today was Canelo defeating Charlo that happened this past weekend, David Benavidez Jr. versus Demetrius Andrade that's happening either sometime at the end of this month or sometime in November, but I just know that that's going to be a big interim middleweight fight. We also got what's next for Charlo. Is Spence ready for a rematch against Crawford? That's happening sometime in December, but I'm gonna get more into for that information. Fury versus Ngannou, Joshua versus Wilder, and also Fury versus Usyk. So yeah, we about to get straight into these topics like right now. Okay, so the first topic that I want to talk about today was Canelo defeating Charlo. But before I get into it, I do want to shout out that boxing undercard before those two main eventing. And I want to shout out Lubin, Ramos, Barrios, and Ugas, Garcia, and Resendez. Those were some great bouts that y'all boys put together. But like I said, we talking about Charlo getting defeated by Canelo. But it does leave me with a question of what's next for Charlo, because as y'all seen through the grapevine, and y'all pretty sure y'all seen it through other news sources and stuff like that, you know, Crawford and Charlo have both been going back and forth with each other about who's the best fighter and who's like a better overall. But truthfully, I mean, that fight is to be made. That's like the only fight I think left for Charlo potentially before he moves up in weight. But definitely at 154, I do want to see that match happen sometime soon. I think that fight is either happening at the end of this year, maybe, or sometime next year. But that's definitely one of the biggest fights next to a few other fighters. But yeah, Crawford and Charlo is definitely up there. And then maybe, you know, Crawford and Canelo could be the next biggest fight too. But I'm about to get straight into the second topic right now. Okay, for the second topic that I want to talk about today was Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. That's happening sometime in November. As I'm looking at my source, it says November 25th. But who's also on that undercard is his brother Jose Benavidez Jr. and also Jermall Charlo. So that's going to be a good boxing scene. And I think the fight, from, like I said, my source that I'm looking at right now, it is happening in San Antonio. So yeah, those are some good fights that's happening. And I want to say Demetrius Andrade and Benavidez boxing over the interim middleweight belt as of right now. And I think from there, one of them is going to face another potential big fight in middleweight, or somebody's going to be able to face Canelo. So y'all definitely be on the lookout for that, because who is it? Benavidez has been calling Canelo out for years now about them fighting, and you know, Benavidez calling himself the boogeyman, and that Canelo is someone that's scared to come step up to the plate and really put Benavidez in his place. But truth be told, I don't know. I really do want to see Canelo versus Benavidez, because Benavidez been talking very heavy on him, and that's another big fight that's waiting to happen. Or I could potentially see like a Bivol stepping in and fighting Benavidez, or Bivol and Andrade. That's gonna be a good one as well. But we're gonna get into this third topic right now. Okay, so I did ask in the beginning parts of the video, what's the next move for Charlo? Because there is still plenty of fights he can make at 154, or he could potentially move up in weight and fight other boxers. But as y'all know, Crawford and him have been beefing, so that's definitely the biggest money fight right there that needs to be made like soon. Because as y'all seen or know, Charlo and Spence and everybody is all in the same camp. So whenever those camps was brewing and beefing with Crawford, it just made the fight even bigger with Crawford and Spence. But now it's going to be an even bigger fight, in my personal opinion, between Crawford and Charlo. So that's definitely some fight that I do want to see down the line, maybe sometime next year, or hopefully at the end of this year, because Crawford is saying that he's ready to fight again. So yeah, that's gonna be something special. I'm about to get straight into this last topic, or not last topic, my fourth topic right after this. Okay, so for my fourth topic, I want to talk about, is Spence ready to fight Crawford again? And I personally don't see that fight being a big draw again, like how it was the very first time that it was announced, because you never heard those two names being brought together, even though they are on different camps, and they at the time they were good friends, turned foe, but now being friends again somewhat. Like, I personally wouldn't pay to see a Spence versus Crawford fight again, because it wasn't really a deciding factor. Crawford put on a masterclass against Spence and had a TKO stoppage and knocked him down 3 times as well. Do I think that Spence should retire and never box again? I don't think so. I think he still has a lot more years left in his tank to still box at a high level as well and go against anybody at 154 and potentially put them out. But I see him fighting Crawford and potentially getting a dub over him. I personally don't feel like that will happen again, because it's just Crawford was too much for Spence that night. But much respect to, like I said, both fighters, and much respect to Spence. I'm happy that you're healthy, mindset's right, and everything. But I just personally would not want to see. But y'all let me know in the comments if y'all would see a Crawford versus Spence too. But I'm about to get to my next topic right after this. Okay, so for my 5th topic, I want to talk about Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. That's happening at the end of this month, October 28th, for a non-title fight. And also shout out Mike Tyson too for helping Francis Ngannou step in the ring against Tyson Fury and put on his boxing bout. But it does lead with a question about if Francis Ngannou will stand the test of time in boxing against a well-seasoned, well-veteranized professional boxer in Tyson Fury. But also leaves a question, like, if Francis Ngannou does box, who would his next potential fights be other than a Tyson Fury? Could Joshua step in the ring and fight him, or could it be unorthodox type fight? Because UFC people are known for having orthodox or unorthodox stances, but when it comes to boxing, you really can't switch stances like that, because your opponent can pick you apart. So could a Francis Ngannou and Wilder fight be brewing up? Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the two names I just said, between Joshua and Wilder versus Ngannou, potentially in the future. But also, it's going to be a future Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk fight that's going to be happening. But I'm going to mention that later on down the line. But I'm about to get into my 6th and, my next topic. So, Okay, so for my 6th topic that I want to talk about, which is Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. That is a very slept on fight that not many people have either heard about or found out about until now, because it was supposed to be an undercard fight or a co-main with Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk whenever that happened. But sources are saying now that that fight is potentially getting pushed back, potentially all the way to January. So as a boxing fan like myself, I really do want to see that type of fight happen, because you got two very good fighters still in their primes that want to box it out and see where they could potentially go, whether if it's Anthony Joshua facing Tyson Fury, or Deontay Wilder potentially going against Usyk, because that's a lot of things that people are sleeping on. Or we could get a trilogy between Anthony Joshua versus Usyk and see where that goes down the line. I really wouldn't want to see a Wilder Fury 4, but you never know. But that fight between Joshua and Wilder is going to be that's going to be pretty much, I personally don't think it should be a co-main or an undercard fight. I think that should be a main event fight, because those are two big draw names in the heavyweight boxing world as of now. So that's gonna be something to look at. And also, one of them could face Francis Ngannou too, because he is now a boxer. But it's gonna be leading me into my last topic right now. Okay, for my 7th and final topic, I wanted to discuss about Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Hopefully happening at the end of this year or sometime next year, potentially at the end of next year as well. But this fight is one of the biggest draws in probably heavyweight history, with Alexander Usyk having, I want to say, one belt that Tyson Fury don't have, as well as Tyson Fury, keeping his illustrious undefeated record still going strong and stuff like that, as he is going against another undefeated fighter in Usyk. But you know, it does leave with a lot of challenges of who's A side and who's gonna be what weight and all this other stuff, and also contracts and purses disputes as well. That's the reason why the fight hasn't really been signed to paper as well as broadcast as much, because nobody knows what's really going on, what's going on down the line. But regardless of the fact, whoever wins or loses will have to face either Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder or any other heavyweights as well in the boxing world, because those are the biggest draw names right now between those two. But I don't know, family. Let me know in the comments who y'all think will win between Alexander Usyk versus a Tyson Fury, because those are two different types of styles. One is going to apply pressure, and one is just going to wait and pick shots and really show you who's the better boxer. And it's going to be a good fight. I'm excited to really see it. I can't even put words to it. But family, that's going to be the end of my video, and I'm about to cut to the ending scene right now. I hope you're still here, gang. But if you like my video, family, please don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe, and turn on post notifications bell so you never miss another upload, hear my voice, and see my face. And if y'all want to send me videos to react to and or music to react to, or a story time to talk about, or just have like a general conversation like how I am right now, send to my reaction page right here at trey.reacts. And if you want to be my friend and be my mutual on my main page, because I show love and support to people who show love and support to me right back, follow me on my main page right here at Trey vs. Dre 30. As well as tap in with me on my TikTok page, because I am on the road to 10K, family. I'm almost there. Help me reach 10K on my TikTok. My TikTok page is going to be kind of kitty corner right here at the bottom of me at Trey303023. And my biz email increase is going to be right up above me. But any promo people that want to hit me in my emails and stuff like that, y'all definitely go tap into my email right there. But I hope y'all enjoy seeing this video, family. You know, me being a boxing fan, I am a huge boxing fan, and I cannot wait to see some of these fights either happen in the future or later on down my lifetime, before all these boxers really retire, because you will never be able to see a big draw as is becoming in this boxing world. But it's been your boy Treyreactstoo, and I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow with another banger video. Peace.